Pobudeczka, jak mawiał niekryty krytyk 12 lat temu. Witam was w nowym odcinku Zagrajmy w Mass Effect 2, edycja legendarna. Zaczniemy sobie od przejrzenia naszej skrzynki pocztowej, gdyż niejaki salarianin tam taki, co go uratowaliśmy, jak rekrutowaliśmy Tejna Kriosa. To on chce nam coś powiedzieć i to teraz przeczytam właśnie w tym momencie. Cześć. Mam twoje dane kontaktowe od Liary Sony. Byłem członkiem ekipy porządkowej w wieżach Dantius. Wydostałem się stamtąd z twoją pomocą. Sony powiedziała, że jest też z tobą Tain. Załatwił kilku spośród najemników zaćmienia, którzy próbowali nas zabić, dlatego chciałem prosić o przekazanie mu podziękowań ode mnie. Jak on się ruszał. Jeden z najemników był martwy, nim się zorientowali, że Tain tam jest. Drugiemu złamał kark i zastrzelił trzeciego. Wszystko to w ciągu kilku uderzeń serca. Coś niesamowitego. Poruszał się jak tancerz. Siła i wdzięk w ciągłym ruchu. Jego widok odmienił moje życie. Obudził we mnie coś, czego jeszcze do końca nie pojmuję. Nie wiem, co będę robił, ale salarianie żyją za krótko, żeby tracić czas na bycie dozorcą. Szczególnie, że wokół dzieje się tak wiele. Znajdę zajęcie, które pozwoli mi uchwycić to, co widziałem u niego. To piękno, tę estetyczną doskonałość. Chłopie, no... weź się uspokój trochę. Oprócz tego kupię trochę ładnych ubrań. No co kup, no dobra. Więc jeśli możesz mu to przekazać, albo tylko te fragmenty, które uznasz za stosowne, byłbym bardzo wdzięczny. Pozdrawiam, Jairt. Dobra. Wiem, właśnie do niego jadę. I pogadamy z Samarą też oczywiście, bo mnie bardzo ciekawi... No, co ma nam do powiedzenia Samara? Szczególnie, że będzie chciała za kolejną misję, którą zrobimy, będzie chciała od nas... będzie chciała pogadać z nami o misji lojalnościowej. Tak samo jak teraz właśnie Tain chce pogadać z nami o misji lojalnościowej, tylko coś się chłopak miota.
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things.
Czemu masz dziurę w
I had a
plecach?
family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
Przepraszam, to jest poważna scena, ja se żarty robię. Już siedzę cicho.
How long has it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
It's... I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music, old, unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. Hi, father. Runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads, tugs my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
Tak, sam o tym zapomniałem. Jest to szczególna zdolność Dreli, tak jakby z bardzo mocną dokładnością. Nie wiem, czy każdą scenę w swoim życiu mogą sobie przypomnieć w ten sposób, ale wydaje mi się, że tylko te, które mają silny jakby związek emocjonalny z danym Drelem, tak? Potrafią sobie przypomnieć dokładnie od A do Z, co do joty. Za głupota wychodzi z moich ust. Ale tak, potrafię sobie przypomnieć absolutnie każdy szczegół ze wspomnienia i odtworzyć go w taki sposób, jaki widzieliście właściwie przed chwilą. Tak.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night, no final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
No i też nie mówił dlatego, że to jest wasza druga rozmowa w sumie.
That's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
Co to znaczy?
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self, the soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know why he would accept the task.
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
Maybe he name-dropped you to get hired.
It's possible, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. My name. He should not respect it.
Thane, I don't have your contacts and I don't have your tracking skills. Why do you need my help for this?
I don't need your help. I want it. The last time I saw my son, they wrapped her body in sea vines, weighted it with stones. He tries to pull from me, calls for her. The Hanar lift her off the platform. They sing like bells. The fire has gone to be kindled anew. He begs them not to take her away.
They let her body slide into the water. He hits me. Don't let them. Stop them. Why weren't you?
It rains. It always rains on Kajay. Warm water pours down his face.
I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Perfect memory. It is sometimes a burden.
Dobrze, że jakkolwiek to skwitował, wydaje mi się, że wytłumaczyłby wam dokładnie, na czym polega pamięć idealna. Jednakże przeskoczyliśmy z rozmowy na rozmowę i w momencie, kiedy on to tłumaczył, no to będziemy tą rozmowę słyszeć już po fakcie, jakby po pomocy mu. Tak mi się wydaje.
What made him go to the Citadel?
Years ago, I prepared a package for him. A relic of my ill-spent life. I had Volus bankers store it and arranged for delivery when I died. He acquired it early. I don't really know how. I did wet work on the Citadel around the time his mother died. That may be why he went there.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Pokotein. Więc mamy już dwa powody, żeby lecieć na Cytadelę. Tu jest Samara? Nie, Samara jest z drugiej strony. Tu jest Kazumi. Witaj, Samaro. No, ale trzeba przyznać, że widok masz niezły. Oczywiście zaczynamy od rozwoju technologii. Wiadomo.
Shepard,
Do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I believe I can use some of them to increase our fuel reserves so we can explore further. Shall I tell you what is required?
Tak.
Show me what it would take.
50%. Nieźle. Jeszcze coś?
Do you have any suggestions about
I have
using
done
some...
what I can to increase our
Yeah,
exploration
okay.
capabilities. Anything beyond that is up to you.
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
No, jesteś jedną z najmilszych osób na pokładzie, więc spokojnie.
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, and that you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, You learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
Jest w tym jakaś logika, owszem.
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
PS i tak nam powie. I to za niedługo.
I need to know if this will impact the mission.
It will not.
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors, but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
I work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
I to jest wszystko? Coś mało. No ale dobra, no Samara jest konkretną osobą.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
Spoko. To była dziwna rozmowa, ale spoko. Tak cały czas się zastanawiam nad tym, co byśmy mogli teraz robić w pierwszej kolejności. Nie chcę już na Ilium nic robić, coś bym porobił innego. Tylko, no na pewno będziemy komuś pomagać. Pytanie tylko komu, no. Waham się nad Jacobem bądź Jack, ale czy robi to jakąś większą różnicę, co będzie... Czy robi to jakąś większą różnicę, co będzie teraz, a co będzie następne, to ja nie sądzę osobiście. Wiem, że mogę pogadać z Mirandą, bo już jej pomogłem.
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact.
No proszę. Słucham ciebie.
I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments crossed the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth, and we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
Ksenofobia?
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
Wybielanie. To samo było z projektem Nadzorca. Też, no, jest to błąd. Trochę dużo tych błędów, nie sądzisz, Mirando? Jak na grupę, która nazywa się proludzką, która działa tylko by służyć ludzkości, tak naprawdę bawi się bawi się w swoje cele. Przeciąga struny, będąc prywatnie finansowanymi. Mam nadzieję, że nie ma czegoś takiego w realnym odzwierciedleniu, że faktycznie nie istnieje taka firma, która bawi się w taki sposób jak Cerberus, bo byłoby to okropne i nieetyczne. Jak tak się zastanowię, kto by mógł być taką albo jaka firma mogłaby działać w ten sposób, to jedyne co mi przychodzi do głowy to Elon Musk, ale mam nadzieję, że w tym SpaceXie wszystko jest, że tak powiem, po Bożemu, choć jestem ateistą.
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself.
Shepard ma ogień, to fakt. Ale Miranda ma inne atuty.
My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
Znowu to... Lepiej już pójdę. To jest normalnie jak... Czasami to przypomina taką zabawę wybierz głupszy tekst.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
I can't admire your body or your mind? You give your father too much credit. Yeah, he gave you gifts. But you can be proud of what you've done with them.
Oh, thank you. Perhaps I wouldn't mind if you admired my body.
Chciałbym coś powiedzieć, ale tego nie zrobię. Po prostu idźmy w to
You
i...
wouldn't, huh?
I think I could live with it.
It's only fair. You've had 2 years to look at me. And I was wearing less than you are.
Shepard, wait. I need to think about this.
Scared, Ms. Lawson?
Cautious, Commander Shepard. But interested. Very interested. For now, I should work and think. I'll talk to you later.
Bałem się, że ta rozmowa wyjdzie poza jakieś takie bezpieczne granice, ale o dziwo nie wyszła. Aż jestem w szoku normalnie. Ale tak. Wiecie, jakie to jest uczucie, kiedy dwie osoby ze sobą romansują, a wy musicie trzeci na to patrzeć? To ja się tak czuję mniej więcej w tej chwili. Jest mi tak średnio dobrze z tym, ale dobra. Idziemy w to, bo trzeba coś wybrać po prostu, nie? Dobra, to tak. Nie wiem, co jeszcze wybiorę, ale wiem na pewno, że widzimy się za chwilę, bo mam ochotę sobie poeksplorować trochę planet i pozbierać trochę surowców, także narra. No witam ponownie. Wybraliśmy, bo za waszą zgodą to było oczywiście, że w pierwszej kolejności pomożemy Jackobowi. No, była to naturalna decyzja po tym, jak pomogliśmy Mirandzie, on był jako drugi. Tak, tym się będę kierował. Kolejnością zatrudnienia.
Run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Change weapons!
Okej. Przepraszam, będę sobie klikał, ale już kończę. Więc tak, jesteśmy na jakimś zadupiu, na planecie, która nawet nazwy specjalnej nie ma, tylko jakieś tam numery. Co wiemy o tym, bo nie rozmawialiśmy z Jackobem. Znaczy ja rozmawiałem, ale was przy tej rozmowie nie było niestety, bo OBS, jak wspominałem wcześniej, mnie zrobił w balona.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
Więc tak, no był sobie statek, na którego kapitanem, czy tam kimś ważnym był właśnie ojciec Jackoba. No i Jackob se teraz przypomniał, że fajnie by było to zobaczyć i
Stripped after the
sprawdzić.
crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
No zobaczymy. Dziennik.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Okej, tu jest oczywiście WI, ale wejdziemy sobie na statek zobaczyć, czy tam coś nie ma przydatnego. A na pewno coś będzie, skoro jest możliwość wejścia. O, na przykład.
She always said no. She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Nie wiem, o czym ten głos mówi, ale jest to co najmniej niepokojące. Bo to brzmiało trochę jak... gwałt?
What? What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember... can think straight. They have to hurry.
Możemy się zasugerować tym, że ta planeta ma jakieś może toksyny? Które sprawiają, że ludziom rozum odbiera? Nie wiem. Trudno powiedzieć.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Czyli ojciec Jackoba. Jak ty w ogóle masz na nazwisko? Taylor, tak. Ojciec Jackoba Taylora był zastępcą kapitana. Kapitan zginął. Ojciec został mianowany kapitanem, choć to jest okręt cywilny. Fragment... okej, to wiem. Dobra, co to masz nam do powiedzenia?
Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Czyli to nie powietrze, tylko żywność powoduje utratę rozumu, potocznie mówiąc, przez rozbitków. Okej.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of acting captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
8 lat. Dlaczego 8 lat czekał?
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After this long, he's probably chewing the walls.
Nie sądziłem, że się odezwiesz, Zaid, ale było to całkiem fajne. Wygląda to miejsce, jakby miał ktoś nas zaatakować. I tak się właśnie stanie, prawda?
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
They've seen it.
Okej. Czyli pobawimy się trochę w plemiona w tym momencie. Nie wiem, czy mieliście okazję grać w tą legendarną już dzisiaj produkcję. Zaraz zginę, bo jestem z jakiegoś powodu zablokowany. Tak. Nie wiem, co się stało, jakiś glitch. Nie moja wina, nie moja wina. Ja chciałem dobrze, nie bijcie mnie. To ja. A, tak. Zmień se na zbieraczy, włącz se. Plemiona to gra legendarna. Tak z dupy wyjechałem z tym, ale no już pociągnę temat, nie? Plemiona były pierwszą chyba moją przygodą. Ach, dlatego nie mogę iść, bo ona tutaj leży, klęczy, czy nie wiadomo co robi.
I've got him! Sit down!
Hop. Już i tak jest po chłopie, no ale... Wow. Poleciałeś.
That ain't neural decay. That's just nuts.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Mówisz. Znaczy ja nie wiem, na ile znasz swojego taty, bo z tego co mówiłeś, no to nie znaliście się zbyt dobrze.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Życzę powodzenia, kiedy przez 8 lat wszyscy żarli lokalną florę tutaj. Ale dobra, idźmy... bądźmy optymistami, tak? Rozebrany mech?
Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
O, tam mamy coś w rodzaju ołtarzu, tak?
Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Jacob, i pomyśleć, że jesteś tak cholernie nudną postacią. Taki, no, żołnierz z krwi i kości. Nic ciekawego w tobie nie ma. Tylko wykonywanie rozkazów i jakaś tam moralność. A trafiła ci się taka fajna misja poboczna, lojalnościowa w sensie.
They don't look hostile, but they're wearing enemy colors.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Yeah. But that other woman said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop. Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
No, to jest przedziwne. Bo co to niby w ogóle jest? Krzyż? No chyba, coś pod krzyżo, podobne.
Bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
Ale to on ma złą twarz, a nie ja. Czemu ja mam cię krzywdzić? Jest tutaj coś jeszcze? O, okej. Rozwalmy ten złom. Dobra.
Any CEO who do this to his own men is asking for a knife in his spine.
That would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
No to zrozumiałe, Jacob, że go bronisz, no. Jakby nie mam nic przeciwko, ale jestem zaskoczony tym, że Zai tak chętnie się udziela w tej misji. Przeważnie w misjach lojalnościowych ten drugi towarzysz jest tylko... no, gościem z bronią.
Here, you could end it.
O, ktoś mówi normalnie.
You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay.
My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later.
The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
No jeżeli wiesz dlaczego, to ja się chętnie dowiem.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
To było tak jak podejrzewasz.
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Ciekawe, że to wszystko jest w danych.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Lubię te twoje przekonania. Jakby Jacob jest tak cholernie niecharakterystyczną postacią. A, detonację ustawiamy. Dobra. Sekundy? To nie za dużo. Moglibyście się odsunąć? Dobra, tylko tarczę wam rozwaliło.
Corpse looks like a warning. The newer ones look like they died there.
The hunters started fighting back.
Ale chyba zaczynam kumać, dlaczego akurat teraz nadajnik uruchomił. Po prostu postanowił tym, którzy go uratują, wcisnąć jakąś historyjkę o tym, że dopiero co się uwolnił, gdzie tak naprawdę to on traci panowanie nad tą wyspą, bo łowcy zaczynają mu zagrażać coraz bardziej. Tylko jednej rzeczy nie przemyślał. Nie przemyślał tego, że przecież ci, którzy go zechcą uwolnić, będą przechodzić przez tą drogę, gdzie są te kobiety i to wszystko. Dawaj, 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 bo zginiesz, chłopie.
This'll put him down. Get over here.
Jest tutaj w ogóle coś do wzięcia? O, jest. Części.
Lock and load.
Kurczę, dużo ich tutaj. Nie spodziewałem się aż tylu mechów. Dobra, tego bierz. A ja resztę rozwalę.
Sit down.
Jeszcze ktoś. Dajcie, że się w spokoju rozejrzeć. Chyba wszystko. Ta muzyka ucichła. Cholera jasna. I ciasna.
Now what's this?
Dobra, teraz jest spokój.
And now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
No, Jacob, miło, że doszliśmy do podobnych wniosków. Znaczy, że nie gadam od rzeczy. Znaczy się nie zawsze pewnie, bo często gadam od rzeczy, ale mniejsza z tym. O, jaka ładna wyspa. Cholera.
Have a nice trip. Firing an impact shot.
Ale fajnie lata. A tutaj strzelasz do mnie. Dobrze, Zaid. A ty co tam strzelasz? A, okej.
This thing is not my father.
To jest jego co? Armia? Jego armia, którą musimy pokonać. Cholera. Niedobrze, 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 niedobrze. Bardzo, kurde, niedobrze. Muszę wziąć. Cholera. Nie zauważyłem gnoja. Dobra, jeszcze raz. Ech. Ale od tego momentu tak myślałem. No jednak tutaj autozapis nie jest taki durny, jak był na przykład w Mass Effectie 1, gdzie można właściwie powiedzieć, że nie było autozapisu w sumie. Jak się tak nad tym zastanowić. To jest jakiś technolog. Strażnik po praniu mózgu. O cholera. Już się wycofuję. Cóż. Jedziesz go. Ale dobra, wydaje mi się, że powinniśmy sobie spokojnie z nim poradzić. Dzięki, Zaid. O to mi chodziło. Dobra. Po hopie. Taki fajny był. Amerykański.
Here they come.
O, siema. Nie zauważyłem cię, chłopie. A masz, a masz.
Toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
A jak sądzisz, jak to uzasadni? O, rafinowany pierwiastek. Biorę. Zamawiam. Coś tutaj jeszcze jest? Chyba nie. PDA. Ciekawe, czy on wie w ogóle, w sensie ten ojciec Jacoba, że przyszedł do niego Jacob. Nie ma tutaj niczego? Przepraszam, że tak się miotam, ale po prostu szukam jeszcze jakichś ulepszeń czy czegokolwiek, ale nic tutaj, chłopie, nie masz.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
A z ciekawości cię wypytam, bo aż jestem normalnie zaintrygowany tym, jak można było to tak długo ciągnąć.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
No, to jest chyba pierwszy raz, Jacob, kiedy silisz się na jakąś nawet zabawną ironię.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
A ci to w sumie kto? Zresztą nieistotne. Zadanie się zakończyło, było moim zdaniem całkiem ciekawe. A jak brzmi podsumowanie? A no tak. Przymierze opiekuje się uratowanymi z AI. A z AI. Strasznie głupia nazwa. A, czyli jednak ma tą nazwę to planeta. Dobra, mniejsza. Przymierze opiekuje się uratowanymi z AI przy dodatkowym wsparciu ze strony Cerberusa. Dobrze wiedzieć, że całe doświadczenie nie zaszkodziło psychice Taylora. Jacob Taylor załatwił sprawę z ojcem i skupia się tylko na misji. Mamy do tego moc Jacoba. Nowy strój oczywiście, siła rażenia, kredyty, pierwiastek. Kredytów oczywiście całkiem fajnie, całkiem sporo. I teraz niech zgadnę.
Ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Nie sądziłem, że jeszcze coś tutaj mnie czeka więcej. Dobra robota.
Don't even give him the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
No proszę.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Nie jestem pewien, czy mówisz o tym, że przyjaciel czy związek, bo ja dalej nie wiem, co was w sumie łączyło w przeszłości. Nie, żeby mnie to jakoś specjalnie interesowało, ale moglibyście po prostu opowiedzieć.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
No i dobra. Jacob zadowolony. Mnie to osobiście wystarcza. W sumie możemy od razu z nim zamienić słówko, bo na pewno będzie chciał z nami teraz pogadać. Cholera wie o czym. Pewnie znowu o czymś bezsensownym.
Thanks for diverting to the Gernsback, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks.
Czyli jeszcze nie.
Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Co to w ogóle jest za odpowiedź? Już? Chcesz mnie lepiej poznać? Już? Lepiej później. Po co już?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Dzięki, Kelly. Już czytamy. Nawet 2. Jeszcze żyje. Detektyw Anaya. Okej. To jest ze sprawą Samary. Czołem. Nie mam pewności, że to do ciebie dotrze, ale jeszcze raz dziękuję za pomoc w sprawie Samary. Najemnicy zaćmienia siedzą teraz jak myszy pod miotłą, a moi przełożeni też trochę zluzowali. Nie wiem, czy to się ze sobą wiąże, ale mam nadzieję, że następnym razem, kiedy spotkam egzekutorkę, będę mogła traktować ją z należnym szacunkiem. Wciąż nie mogę uwierzyć, że prowadziłam sprawę z jedną z nich. Ty to masz szczęście. Jeśli trafię na jakieś informacje o jej celu, to je prześlę. Dzięki, detektyw Anaya, siły policyjne Ilium. A tą sprawę nie będę jej czytał, bo to jest po prostu misja poboczna, z którą was nie zapoznałem, bo generalnie jest nudna i nikogo nie obchodzi. No i tak to skwituję i tak będzie spoko. Jeszcze tylko się przejdziemy oczywiście tradycyjnie do Jokera, żeby posłuchać jego jednego zdania w punkt.
That stuff with Jacob's dad, it's bullshit, right? Because it looked like bullshit to me.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute.
On dalej o tym pęknięciu. Nic więcej mi nie ma do powiedzenia. Chyba w trójce on jeszcze jest ciekawszy niż teraz. Kelly, czy może Samara nie chce z nami pogadać?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Samara would like to see you in
tak jak
observation
myślałem.
on the crew deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Dzięki. No to w takim razie idziemy do Samary. Wysłuchaj jej prośby.
I am glad you came.
Była taka piosenka kiedyś.
I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
Takiej piosenki nie słyszałem.
It's all right. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
Bardzo chętnie bym wam opowiedział, czym dokładnie jest Ardat Yakshi, ale standardowo, jak na mnie, wyręczę się Samarą. Samaro, co to znaczy Ardat Yakshi?
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death?
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
Jak to w ogóle jest możliwe, że istnieją tylko 3 pośród milionów innych Asari i akurat wszystkie 3 są twoimi dziećmi? To jest niemożliwe po prostu. To jest po prostu genetycznie i statystycznie nierealne, moim zdaniem. Chociaż są na świecie rzeczy, których się fizjologom nie śniło, wiadomo.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard.
Jest dziwne te animacje są.
My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Jednego dziecka.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
I tyle. To jest naprawdę konkretna kobieta. No ale dobra. Standardowo, nie wiem jak się pożegnać. Standardowo, trwa to za długo, więc powiem tylko na razie, trzymajcie się, do następnego odcinka i już.